Hey guys, Grass Daddy here. I'm getting ready to do a lawn renovation, and I've got these cards here to go over all the steps that I'm going to need to go over to prepare the lawn I currently have. So what I'm going to do is, this video is just going to be all the steps that you're going to need to do to prepare, and then I'll do videos for each of those steps. So if you subscribe, you're going to get the videos after I make this one, and if you're just coming to this video later on, I'll have the links to each step so you can go to whatever one you need. The first, most crucial step will be picking your grass seed. I'll do a whole video on that, but that's the first one you want to do, and I wouldn't get too far in the other steps until you actually received it. Of course, yesterday I received mine from Seed Superstore, and I picked a blend of Kentucky Bluegrass because the cultivars that I picked are good for this area. In that video I'm going to explain the different cultivars, all that stuff. But the key is to order it as soon as possible, because some years the seed supply is low, so you might not get it in time. There might not be the varieties you want, so that's the most crucial first step. And then once you order it, I wouldn't go off killing your lawn until you actually receive it, just in case something happens and maybe they get the order wrong, or it gets messed up in delivery and you don't get the right seed in time. You don't want to have a dead lawn and then nothing. Then after that, you're going to want to start ordering supplies. I'll do a video on the supplies you're going to need. Some of them, for me personally, I can get locally. I live around a lot of sod farms. Other people, you might need to order it, so that's why I'm putting that number 2. Next, you're going to want to get a soil test. This is huge. Why bother even growing a lawn if you're not going to have the right soil? For me, I did a soil test and I needed a certain type of lime. Who knew there were different types of limes? Well, at the time I didn't, so I learned that. I'll go through that as well. Stuff you don't want to do. You don't want to use any kind of pre-emergence. Alright, so if people are saying, oh, put crabgrass preventer down. Well, if you're going to be overseeding or doing a renovation, that preventer will also prevent your grass seed from coming down. Now, if you already put it down, just like I did, you got to look at how much you put down, because I put it down in the spring knowing that I'm going to be seeding in the fall. So what you gotta do is look at how much you applied. The package, it'll say right on the package, it lasts for this many months. If you use like the 4-step programs, you're probably gonna be fine. But if you use the more higher end stuff, they're gonna say, all right, if you apply this much, it lasts this many months. So you could make it last a year if you wanted to. So double check that. Don't use extended roundups or any of the weed killers that have anything other than glyphosate. Now, glyphosate is what Roundup is, but there are different versions that have other ingredients, and some of them are supposed to act quicker or act longer, all that stuff. You don't want that, because that can prevent the new seed from coming in, and that would be terrible. There's actually a picture, I'll see if I can find a link to it, but of a guy who used the wrong Roundup, didn't know it was like a 12-month extended control. Basically, it's got pre-emergent in it. And so he killed off his lawn and he can't grow anything until next year. That would be terrible. You don't want to do that. And also, don't stop watering. No matter what, don't stop watering for 2 reasons. One, if you're overseeding, well, you don't want your current grass to die. And if you're doing a renovation, in order to kill the grass properly and all the weeds in it, they need to be alive. So if you stop watering it, then you're not going to be able to kill it. Alright, now is the perfect time to fill in low spots, and I put this in the beginning because right now, when you get bags of dirt anywhere, there's going to be weed seeds or whatever in that, and this is the perfect time to get it down, so there's time for the weeds to grow, come up, you can deal with them. You're also going to need to check your sprinklers. You're going to need to see how much water you need to be putting down, and for me, with the in-ground sprinklers, make sure they're in the right spots. You're going to also want to kill difficult weeds. right now is the perfect time to use glyphosate on the really difficult weeds, maybe the specialty weeds that use special products that you can't get a hold of or you're too nervous to use. I'm just going to start spraying them with glyphosate, and yeah, there'll be some brown spots, but that stuff will be gone and I won't have to deal with it. Another step is to apply best lawn soil conditioner. Now this is a little secret that I learned about. I'll tell you how I found out about this secret and all that in another video. But yeah, putting down soil conditioner to get the soil ready to accept those seeds, that's going to be huge. And you're also going to want to amend the soil, so hopefully if you get the soil test in soon, you'll be able to get the results back, and you'll be able to put like lime or I mean, there's so many different amendments based on what your soil test says. People around here all just say, oh yeah, you gotta use lime. Well, different types of lime, different amounts of lime, how often do you do it? You're not gonna know all that unless you do a soil test. And then you got a big decision to make. Do you want to renovate like I'm gonna do, or do you want to overseed? Now, for a couple of years, I've overseeded and it's worked fine. I mean, you've seen my videos, my lawn's pretty good. It's not perfect, and now this is where you get a little bit crazy, because I dealt with this myself. Do you want to kill everything off and have everything look the same or not? You know, I'll do a whole video on that just to show exactly what I'm talking about, because I wouldn't be renovating if I was completely happy with my lawn. I mean, that would be kind of silly. I'd renovate somebody else's lawn to show you guys, but I wouldn't just kill off my own lawn. But if you are doing a renovation, 2 weeks before you plan to grow your new seed, you're going to kill off your lawn completely with glyphosate. It's going to be scary. Once you do it, it's game on. You're in. Then a few days after that, when the grass starts to die, you're going to scalp. And then you're going to fallow. Now what following is, if you live near farms, you'll see periodically they'll do this where everything will just look dead and they just leave it be. You're still watering, and that period of time basically what you're doing is allowing any weed seeds or whatnot to come up so you can kill them again, kill any specialty grasses, all that stuff, and just make sure everything is completely killed. And you do that for 2 weeks. So really it depends on your specific lawn, how often you'll have to spray more glyphosate and all that. Alright, so that's all the steps to get ready for it, and then I'll do another video telling you all the steps on the day of or the day before, and then we'll show you how it's done. I'm super excited, a little bit nervous, but this is going to be fun. And I mean, it's going to be hard to mess this up. For me at least. I know what I'm doing. I've overseeded enough. I understand how it works. But yeah, let's do it. All right. Are you excited? Are you guys excited?